Hello everyone and welcome to Study Abroad TV special interview. Today, your host Luke from DEOW and I'm accompanied here with Izumi, who is currently studying abroad in Canada, right?
Yes, indeed. Hi everyone, my name is Izumi and I'm currently a sophomore university student in Montreal. I'm learning film and moving image studies.
So film and moving image studies. And
Yes.
you're in your sophomore year?
Yeah, that means a second year student.
Freshman, sophomore, junior,
Junior and senior, yeah.
Okay. In Canada, we don't use those words.
Oh, I didn't expect that. Okay.
Yeah, I think only America maybe.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but so you're in your second year?
Yes.
Okay, and what brings you back to Japan?
I've been in summer break. It's kind of long, like 4 months long, and yeah, I'm just back with my parents and enjoying Japanese cuisine. And yeah, I'm actually working part-time, so I'm not like
Nice.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm remembering now when I was in university. So Canadian universities are off basically May, June, July, August, right?
Yeah, it's so long. It's super long.
It's a good thing, right?
It's a really good thing. I'm really enjoying it.
One of the pluses to university in Canada. But yeah, you probably missed a lot of the Japanese food.
Yeah.
What else have you missed since you've been back?
Honestly, my friends and my mom and dad for sure. But I don't know, I just feel like the food is the most important thing. I really missed it a lot. Like that makes me feel like I'm really genuinely Japanese.
Yeah, it's so funny because over the years I've spoken to many of my Japanese friends and I always ask them, when I'm in Canada,
Yeah.
I ask, oh, you must miss your family, right? All of them say, I miss food.
Honestly, I miss more than my parents.
There's so many questions I want to ask you during this interview. Food is a personal topic for me, so I don't know if it was supposed to be part of what we were going to talk about, but I'm going to make it one of those things we talk about. because I
Okay.
personally love food. You like
For
food?
sure. Yeah, I love eating.
So tell me about just going to school. Like you're in your second year, and as I understand, you actually went to high school in Canada before that?
Yeah, I used to attend a Japanese high school first, but I kind of like feel like an outcast there. I just didn't fit in with the classmates and stuff. Yeah, and then that made me go to a Canadian high school, which locates in Drumheller. It's like a rural area beside Calgary, which is in like Alberta province. So I went there and then I graduated there. And yeah, I moved to university in Montreal.
Interesting. I don't even know that place in Canada, but
Oh,
I
yeah.
know Alberta, obviously, which is on the west side of Canada. A lot of people know Vancouver, which is in British Columbia, but it's one over, right?
Yeah, it's really like rustic place. Like no one wouldn't know about that place.
And so you felt actually out of place here in Japan.
Yeah, I don't know, I was more like Western girl than like Japanese girl. Like everyone else is talking about like anime, like K-pop, blah blah, and I was just like talking about like how British accent, like American accent different or something like that with my friends, and they were like, what the are you talking about?
Right.
So like, I'm sorry. I just found myself, I maybe fit more in like overseas. Yeah.
That's really interesting because actually I haven't mentioned this, but since I first met you today, I pick up like a kind of British accent or something.
Oh, okay. I used to imitate Emma Watson.
Okay.
I was like fanatic of Harry Potter. Like, I was like a binge watcher of Harry Potter movies.
We've all
Ju-
been there.
Yeah, just like everyone else. And I loved Emma Watson's accent. So yeah, I used to speak like her. And I went to English conversation lessons, and the teacher was British as well. So maybe I kind of switched to the British accent, which is kind of weird.
Well, that's when you were in Japan, right?
Yeah. Like I was like a junior high.
Okay, cool. So you went to Canada for high school.
Yeah.
And that was for all 4 years of high school? Or how many years did you?
Just like 2 years,
Okay.
actually. Yeah. I was studying at Japanese high school for 1 year and then switched to Canadian like for 2 years.
Right,
Yeah.
right. The Japanese year 1, which is our year 10.
Yeah, grade 10.
And then
yeah.
you did 11 and 12.
Yeah,
in
yeah,
Canada.
yeah.
Thinking about chronologically, because I know you're
Okay.
now at university, but do you remember what it was like when you first went to Canada and what your image of
Okay.
Canada was before? And
Oh, yeah, honestly, I was thinking of more capital, of course, but the Drumheller is really rustic. But I loved it. Like, the people were really nice. Honestly, there were a bunch of international students, and I expected. Like, I was first in dorm, and everyone else is talking Japanese. Like, there are Japanese students as well in a dorm. And I was like, am I actually in Canada? So I switched to homestay. And now I can speak English more.
Of course, your classes were in English.
Of course they were, but I don't know, I feel like that was not enough for me. Like, I need to get close with local people as well. I need to talk English in daily life. That's what I wanted, so yeah.
So you moved to homestay.
Yeah.
And how was homestay?
Oh, it was brilliant. Like,
Brilliant.
yeah, brilliant. The food is even nicer.
This is a British word, by the way, brilliant.
Oh yeah, probably the Harry Potter like references. Yeah, the host mom was really nice, and I had host brothers and sisters there, so it was really nice.
Were they Canadian?
The Canadian, yeah. Honestly, they can't guarantee if you have Canadian host family. Could be like Filipinos, could be Indian, yeah, but mine was Canadian.
Especially, I feel like if you're in the Calgary, Alberta area, I mean, there are a lot of immigrants anywhere in Canada, part of the charm.
Yeah, like some friends in homestay, they kind of like complain about, like they're not native, like they're not even Canadian. But I feel like that's not the point as well. Like they speak English really well. They're sort of native there. Like it's just the point of how you're trying to be in there and like getting fit there. Like you don't have to rely everything on the environment. It's about your effort as well, like how you strive for speaking English, like how you like connecting with the local people, the homestay people. So yeah.
Wow, I couldn't agree with you more. So, were there a lot of international students in your grade?
Not on my grade, let's say. I just had 4 Japanese friends of the same grade, which is not a lot in that area. But I like younger grades and stuff, like they're 10 or 20 Japanese or Koreans. Actually, I was like really surprised. And of course, they tend to be together like the whole time, like Japanese squad, Korean squad. And that's not how you learn English actually. So you can't complain about the environment for sure. Yeah.
So you broke out of that?
Yeah. Of course, I kind of miss my Japanese friends, and when I feel like that, I go back to the Japanese like people squad. Yeah, I speak Japanese sometimes. We kind of like share the Japanese food, like instant noodles, something like that.
Nice.
And yeah, having a party. But 80% of the day I speak English, and then 20% of like when I'm pretty off, I speak Japanese with the friends, you know.
Yeah, sometimes you just want to let it out.
Yeah, like it's really stressful actually. Like, of course, speaking English is my passion. I need a break.
Yeah, it can be stressful. I imagine there's some culture shocks you had.
I don't know. Honestly, I didn't feel that gap much. But I was more surprised about the amount of international students. Of course, when you're with the native speakers, they speak slang a lot, and like I have no idea what they're talking about. Like you don't understand anything. That's kind of like a cultural gap. I don't know. I can call it a cultural gap, but I kind of feel upset, and I found myself like kind of loser, not understanding at all.
Something tells me you have some pride.
I was like honestly top of the class in Japan, and like getting to Canada, everyone speaks like, so naturally, of course. And I was like, I don't know, I just feel like a baby level.
It happens to me too, but like, when I'm with Japanese people and they're just like, "What?" I thought I was, able to speak Japanese.
Yeah.
So those kinds of things, those moments, you might feel down, and then you would speak with your Japanese friends.
Yeah, I was expecting the sort of down moment wakes me up, but actually it's hard. Like, it's kind of like depressing me down, and I call my mom every single week. Yeah, something like that of course happened, but like I was more interested in speaking English. Like I kind of felt like more comfortable expressing myself in English. So
interesting.
Yeah, so I didn't give up for sure, and it took so long time to get this level, but I'm still on the track of learning English, of course.
Like I think when you say level of English, there's what you studied and what you know.
Yeah.
But then there's also what comes out.
Yeah. Like I always get stuck in my mouth. I was like, it was tip on my mouth, and then like you just couldn't spit it out sometimes.
Yeah. You say the tip of your tongue, right?
Tongue, yes.
Yeah, it's on the tip of my tongue.
Yeah.
So I'm curious if you can give advice to everyone, like anybody who's trying to learn English.
I feel like if you starting super serious, that's not gonna last forever, and that happened in my case as well. So you can just watch TV shows or dramas with first maybe Japanese subtitles, but I feel like the junior high basic grammar stuff you learn in classes, it's really important. Like you have to memorize all the stuff you learn in junior high. It's actually important. Like maybe sounds silly, but it's really important. And then you can speak out, and maybe you can go to English conversation lessons in addition to that. Because even though you're like good at reading or writing, doesn't necessarily you can speak well. So maybe you might as well go to the lessons and speak, watch Netflix with the subtitles, and if you didn't understand the word, maybe in a drama you can just search it up. Like you pause it and search it and keep going.
Is that what you did?
Yeah, some native teachers suggest to just watch the whole thing without pausing and getting used to it like by ears. Something like that, but I was like, I don't think I can understand the whole thing. I mean, the stories completely doesn't make sense without searching because I'm Japanese. So yeah, every time I post the scene if I don't understand what they're saying and look that up. I got like 10,000 English terms of notes and stuff. Of course, you can't memorize the whole thing, but maybe you can pick it up some words and use it in real situations after you watch the Netflix, something like this.
Yeah, and also I think you might get motivation because you're watching a TV show you like.
Yeah, I used to like speak like Emma Watson. Like when I speak English, I feel like I'm Emma Watson. Like you're making speech for you.
Now I know why you're in film studies. So you mentioned you first came to Canada in high school. I asked you if there were any culture shocks, but you said not really. Is that right?
If you ask about it at university, for sure there's a culture gap. Like I often feel a culture gap, especially when we greet each other in class. Like I expected that we would gradually become close friends in class as we met and like got to know each other over time. But like I found that local students are very friendly, of course, and outgoing at first. But after that initial interaction, we don't really talk in private. Like yeah, I feel like it's culture gap and also like university gap maybe compared to high school. Like we just swap Instagram and never gonna talk again. Like we're more like classmates than actual friends. So I initially struggled to make like real connections through classes. Yeah, that's sort of a gap I felt.
Whereas in Japan, you would expect it to be like people are more easy to make friends.
Maybe I'm too biased about it, but I feel like Japanese college is like you gotta make friends in class, like talk to each other in class. But in Canada, I don't know where else in countries, we don't really do that. Yeah, like you have to strive more if you want friends in class because we just discuss in class and that's all. We just like business partners, something like
Right.
that.
And then it's like you do you.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah, it's like none of my business.
Yeah, it's true. I think Japanese people often tell me they have friends from elementary school, high school,
Yeah,
middle school,
yeah.
university friends. Whereas in Canada, I feel like it's less sticky.
I feel like they already have the connections, like bonding from high school, junior high, as mentioned. And yeah, so it's kind of like struggling making friends.
How did you make friends?
I made like local friends or like American friends mostly, not like Quebecois people, but yeah, like native English friends.
When you say American, you mean English side.
Like English side
Canadian.
Canadian
Okay.
friends, like through homestay connections, classes sometimes, and in my dorm. But actually, like it's really hard. Like it's not easy to become close with local people.
I'm from actually Toronto,
Oh,
so it's just pretty much all English and every language on the planet. And then my understanding about Montreal or Montreal is that it's basically kind of 50-50 English and French. But what is it really?
okay. In Quebec, actually, I can get by speaking only English, especially in the city like Montreal, Montreal. Like my university classes are taught in English, but like outside of that, on public transportation or when interacting with waiters or shop staff, French is usually the first language used. Like people often greet with like bonjour, hi, starting in French first and then switching based on the customer's response. So like actually most of my friends can speak French and it's clear that having French skills is essential for a job, of course. Like actually I applied to several part-time positions and I didn't hear back like crickets. So which made me realize how valuable French really is there and could be an asset regardless of if you work or not. Like if you're going to the cafe, maybe I can order in French. I mean, that sounds cooler.
Yeah. Leaning on the bar.
Yeah. Yeah. So honestly, I'm on a track with learning French in Japan right now. So I'm planning on like speaking French more when I go back in Montreal.
So you're doing film and image studies.
Yes.
And do you also take French class?
I wanted to, but the course is full. Yeah, so I'm planning to take it like from this September, like next semester. Yeah, but I'm just learning it by myself because I just want to be trilingual.
For those who live in Montreal, I guess we learned something really important, which is that you basically need to have French if you want to work.
Yeah.
But if you were in Toronto or if you were in like Calgary, you wouldn't.
No, not at all.
Yeah.
I really didn't hear any French speaking people in Calgary. Yeah.
Okay, interesting. So you experienced, of course, middle school here and high school first year. But I'm curious, what's the difference between education in Japan and Canada, do you think?
Oh, like according to high school stuff or university?
Yeah,
in general.
Yeah.
I feel like in Canada, teachers are more friendly. We're like on the same position, but in Japan, students have to be really obedient to the teachers. Like teachers are kind of like a god. You have to follow up. But so like maybe that's why Japanese kind of get shy, like speaking up their opinions. They're afraid of like if their opinions are right or wrong because teachers are in charge. In Canada, we are always socializing, interacting with each other. Like at the same position, we're like friends. And regarding the classes style, like maybe at my university, it's more like discussion style, like most likely include discussion. Maybe it really depends on the program, of course, but like according to my experience and that of my friends, there's always a moment for sharing perspectives on a topic which requires creativity and communication skills. So maybe that's why there's a difference. I don't know, Western people are chatty, like chattier than Japanese people.
Yeah, that's very true. That's a good point. Do you have any like regrets about going to Canada or any regrets about things that happened in Canada?
People are sometimes rude. There's always a frame of Asians. They're not really racist or something, but sometimes it happens. Like, as long as I'm Asian, they sometimes look down on me. So you have to be like really like friendly and then talkative to show that you're not like insecure and you're weak, like inferior or something. I mean, most of the people are really nice.
Like there's a kind of stereotype that Asian people are maybe a bit shy and a bit...
Yeah, they kind of like underestimating stuff. I don't know, maybe I'm overthinking, but sometimes it happens. So yeah, you have to be like courageous.
Courageous, yeah.
Courageous.
So like, taking your whole experience abroad in Canada, were there things that you didn't expect and you're kind of surprised about?
Okay, there's a funny story. Like one unexpected thing I discovered when I first arrived at my university, like in Montreal. The bathrooms were shared by boys and girls together, and in my dorm there was even a shared shower room. So it was a bit traumatizing at first.
Wow.
Yeah, that was the thing I didn't expect, really.
Dorm at university, right?
Yeah.
And it shared means you're not taking a shower in the same
I mean, like
separate
of
stalls,
course, but actually, like in the same area.
I think it was the same at my university too.
Oh, really?
Yeah, there's like an area with like different standing stalls.
And the curtains, but the curtains in case, but
no one's looking, but it's right there, right?
Yeah, like I was a bit scared, like if somebody was watching me.
Right, that's a shock.
Yeah.
Okay, it happened at my university, happened at yours, so probably it's gonna be the case at many dorms, I guess.
Yeah, it's a Canadian thing.
I guess it's just like, you know, new age.
Yeah, new generations.
Do you have any other advice? Bring Japanese face packs.
Like face packing and maybe miso soup, like powders or...
Uchito nabe.
I don't know about that, but maybe. Yeah, and some snacks. I sometimes get hungry as a human being, so I need snacks and stuff. Or like you can just share with your local friends, and that could be the topic of talking.
Yeah. A lot of people do that.
Yeah.
So I think we're nearing the end of the interview. You're going to be going back
Yes.
to Canada when?
In September.
September, entering your second year.
Yes.
And then you're going to stay in Canada basically until you graduate university in film and moving images.
Yes.
And what after that? What do you want to do?
I'm not sure, but I want to work, I don't know, companies like film productions or acting maybe. I also want to be like a stage actor, like a musical actress on the stage. So yeah, I'm on the track of it. Or maybe I come back in here, maybe in Canada. I'm not sure yet. But the thing I'm pretty sure about is that I'm gonna live in Montreal. I like the place for studying, but I can't just live there. I'll probably go to Vancouver, BC area, or Toronto maybe.
Toronto is good for the film industry.
Oh, really good.
That's where the main film industry of Canada is. And actually, I have friends in the film industry maybe I can introduce you to. But you're thinking you might want to live in Canada after?
Maybe, yeah. I'm gonna get HEWP and then maybe I'm gonna find an occupation in Canada and then get the visa or like PR. Like so many processes I have to follow up, yeah.
That's cool. So we're kind of changing places. I'll make sure Japan is safe and then you can improve Canada.
Thank you.
And one thing is people may have found you already, but you're actually one of our YouTube ambassadors for the Study Abroad TV, right? So you can find your videos there. Do you want to introduce that part?
Yeah, I'm introducing the Montreal lifestyles, university lifestyles in the other videos. I'm happy if you're interested in the videos.
Yes, so definitely check it out.
Yes.
And thank you for being our YouTube ambassador and also for coming today.
Thank you so much.
Thank you guys so much, and see you guys at the next interview or video we got going. Bye-bye.
Bye.